Okay, we're on page 28, and in fact, the page 28, where the Chittamatra is saying that there should be something there, for example, like anything you can talk about the illusion, like there should be something intrinsic reality there. So for them, what is that intrinsic reality from their point of view? Whatever you see is some maybe illusion, but finally there should be something there. There should be some intrinsic true reality there. So what is that thing they identify? Anyone else? Anyone? Yes. Mike?
Меня зовут Слава Гешела. Если Читтаматра заявляет, что что-то должно существовать со стороны объекта, получается, она противоречит сама себе, потому что в прасангике как раз-таки мы наблюдаем объект, но не так, как нам кажется. Поэтому в этом утверждении Читтаматра будто сама себе противоречит. Если она говорит о том, что со стороны объекта должна существовать некоторая реальность.
My name is Slava in Geshe. If Chittamatra claims that from the side of the object there is something that exists, then it seems that Chittamatrins, they speak inconsistently. They are there is a contradiction. They contradict themselves. As for the prasangikas, they say that we see objects, but the objects exist not as we perceive those objects. But Chittamatra, they say that there is no objects, but and at the same time they say that there is something from the side of the object. And I think this is contradiction that Chittamatrins do.
Thank you. Thank you. So my question is still there. Igor? Mike.
So the mind should exist.
Yes, so the mind exists truly. Mind is the ultimate. So from which then any illusion can arise is fine. But for all these illusions, what should be there as something true is the mind. Mind should exist truly. Chittamatra, only the mind. So this is what, look, this is philosophy. Okay. Okay, this is a good question. This is a good question. Does it exist in the mind? Does it exist subjectively? This is a question. Okay, does it exist objectively? That's easy, 100% yes. The lady over here? Insela, here.
Geshe, I have just one question to understand myself. Is there a coincidence or something very close between Advaita telling that there is self, so it's a partial non-duality, and Chittamatra, mind only, which could be also considered as a partial non-duality?
Okay, this is a very good question. Very good question. Okay, what do you do now? Okay. Okay, what do you do? Very good question. Thank you. In fact, I would say that there are many things which are very similar. For example, like as you said, that some of the Chittamatrans, their philosophy, I would say, I will not speak on behalf of Chittamatra, but on behalf of myself, I would say that if somebody were to really meditate on Chittamatra philosophy, and yes, some scholar, for example, here, Lama Tsongkhapa and his two disciples, the one on the left, Khedru Rinpoche, he indicated that for Chittamatra, emptiness of externality is the ultimate reality. And then what is left is your mind is left, like Advaita Vedanta, the mind is left. This mind exists truly. This mind exists truly. So some scholars, if I'm not wrong, Venerable Khedru Rinpoche said that even this mind for Chitamatra is that it has two sides: mind, emptiness, externality. Only mind, and the other side, emptiness, externality. Emptiness, externality is ultimate reality. Everybody agrees according to Chitamatra. Now the only mind, that is ultimate reality, according to some scholars. So some practitioners, they actually stay in this experience of the mind where everything is empty of externality, just a mind. So if this is what it is, this is one part of the story. Next part of the story is the Mahamudra practice, where you deliberately meditate on the awareness of the awareness. So where awareness is being manifested in its very natural, conventional true nature, not the ultimate true nature. Conventional true nature of the mind is manifested, and then you stay in this experience, extremely clear and luminous state. In that state is very different from the sensory cross things. You stay in this experience, and they actually stay in this experience. So this one, Chaitanya philosophy, and then Advaita Vedanta philosophy, these are very similar. If you tell me, are they 100% same? I have no clue. But philosophically speaking, if you are to really immerse in meditation, think of this. This was a question I was on the verge to ask to some of the Advaita Vedanta practitioners. Not just scholars. Scholars is a different story. They will say, they'll talk, they'll not meditate. Scholars come meditators. This is what I like to really check. Because even I would say that there's one group, I will not mention name, group who follow Advaita Vedanta, where I have many friends there. Are they really meditating on this? This is questionable. They learn about these things, then they go for social service, but they really spend meditating on this. Once I asked, the group invited me for a conference. I asked them, how may you actually go to the mountains to meditate on this? And then they unanimously told me that our guru advised us to emphasize on the social service. This is what made me question. Even the Advaita Vedanta practitioners, I would say practitioners, not just scholars. Scholars different story. Practitioners come scholars. Are they really meditating on this? Actually meditating on this, not just once in every day you have some prayers to do. That's a different story. That everybody does. For example, what it does, may I become Buddha for the all sentient beings. But how actually meditate on Bodhicitta? So these are questionable. You getting it? So I'm just wondering, there must be some people who are actually meditating on Advaita Vedanta. There must be some. So these are, I would say that I wouldn't be arrogant to say that they're all similar, but I would say they're very similar. I cannot say they're all same, but they're very similar. The only thing is, the Advaita, what is left, there is a permanent entity. For Chitamatra, what is left is not permanent, it's impermanent entity. This is difference. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, now I'm not seeing anybody. 28. How could a non-thing supported by a truly existent thing come to have a function of giving rise to bondage and liberation? So Bodhisattva is saying that illusion-like nature, how can that be supported by a truly existent phenomena and then given rise to the illusion-like samsara, nirvana, and so forth? This is not possible. And so this is the question that I asked you, and I think Nicholas, he not really gave us an answer, he more like put forth the question back. So one thing that would be helpful to us to understand this is what would Prasangika, how would Prasangika defend if Chitamatra asked you this? Chitamatra gave the example of the effigy, the straw man, and the illusion created by on the basis of the straw man. So Prasangika, how would they rejected. In the first place, they reject that even the straw man is also illusion-like. Not only the man, which is illusion created on the straw man, even the straw man is also illusion-like. How? A straw man is nothing but made of atoms. And on the atomic level, there's no straw man. So that is also illusion-like. So with this, let's read further. The mind you asserted would be reduced, in fact, to something existing alone by itself, accompanied by nothing. Now, Bodhisattva was saying that for Chittamatra, for you, if there's nothing externally there, and the external reality is empty of true existence, then what is left is just your mind. Your mind alone is left as truly real. Your mind alone is left. And then you're nowhere. It is like in the formless realm. In the formless realm, your mind is there, but then there's nothing like house, people, nothing, just your mind. So then is this what you expect? The saying that everybody is like in the formless realm. You don't even form, physical form. Physical form is also just nothing but the illusion. So the mind is not illusion according to you. So for you, only mind is left. Then what's the problem? Then if the mind is left, then there is nothing to affect you. If there's nothing to affect you, you are already enlightened. What is enlightenment? Where nothing can affect you and your true nature manifests. That is enlightenment. So which means everybody should be accepted as having been enlightened, to be a Buddha. Then if that is the case, what is the use of your Chittamatra philosophy? Why should we study Chittamatra philosophy? Everybody is in an enlightened state. Okay, 29. And if the mind is free of the object of apprehension, now the object is all dissolved into the subject, it's just the mind, then everyone would be one thus gone. One thus gone meaning the Buddha, the one who has gone to the ultimate. And if that were the case, what benefit would there be in conceiving the mind only? Because why should we study mind only? You're already enlightened. You don't have to study. Okay, next. Refuting the assertion that the path which understands emptiness is of no benefit. Okay. Okay, now the opponents say, they not here, the opponents not necessarily Chittamatra. Anybody who accepts intrinsic reality or objective reality against Prasangika who rejects objective existence. Now what they say that what they say is that what's the point of understanding emptiness? This is the opponents, they say rejection, opposition. What's the point of understanding? What's the benefit? To tackle your emotions, right? This is your response? Ilango, yes? What's the benefit of understanding emptiness? Louder, just quick. Yes, your name? Maya, tell me. Mike. So if you're out of tune, so what?
You're realizing that right now when you are living, it's still this perception of dream.
So what's the benefit?
Freedom.
What freedom? Freedom from?
Of misery.
Misery, are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, let's see what the opponents have to say. The opponents say, that was the point of understanding emptiness. Even if you understand emptiness, there's no freedom. No freedom from afflictions. You're still under the sway, you are subservient to the afflictions. You are a servant to the afflictions. We still remain so weak. It says, suppose you ask, even upon knowing the illusion-like nature, meaning emptiness, how do afflictions subside? Afflictions are still there. Since lust for an illusory woman can arise, even in the one who conjured her up. Well, you're not only illusory, always women. Since lust for an illusory man, women both can arise, even in the one who conjured her up. So, what is that? So the magician create the illusory man or woman, beautiful one or very handsome one, and then although he knows that this is just my own creation, still the attachment arises towards that. 31. Well, okay, anybody, what response would you give? What response would you give? So what's the use of understanding emptiness? The magician knows that this is, empty of reality, but still the attachment is there, even what he or she has created. Or no response, or will I try?
I'd like to try that when a person knows that that is just an illusion but still has the attachment, that person has not yet known the true, what exactly the true nature of emptiness is.
Okay, keep going. Right? I know that you are very intelligent. This requires, okay, anyone else? Okay, Prerak. Prerak, raise hand.
Hello, Geshe. So, given that the complete knowledge of emptiness is not yet there, the afflictions or the attachment, lust, etc., is still uprising. They've not been subdued, and that is why getting the full knowledge, complete knowledge of emptiness, true realization is needed to fully subdue them.
Okay. So, let's say Ben Dizing Sera, Sini Dizing Se Sinira.
So Geshe, the person that conjured the woman still has lust for her, woman or man, still has lust for her or him, because he still sees even though he knows that the woman is not real, still the appearance of the beauty, there's an appearance of a true beauty there, so the lust comes.
Okay, for the arhats who already abandoned self-grasping ignorance, things still appear as object real. That lust stopped, meaning the affliction stops, self-grasping ignorance stops. Appearance is there. Okay, so the answer given is that, okay, Jane. Raise hands, Jane, raise hands. Yes.
Geshe, maybe it's that the other half of the non-duality, they haven't yet realized the emptiness of themselves.
Okay, very interesting answers. Thank you. Okay, Din Shambhala, right here, Din Shambhala, yes.
To continue on Ben's answer, they know that man is an illusion, or illusion-like, but they still has apprehension of true beauty. But for beauty, they don't apprehend it as illusion-like, but as true.
Illusion. He knows that everything there's just his own, the magical illusion create the creation. He knows that.
No, he knows the object is illusion, but we think that it has true beauty.
Beauty should be from the object. Okay, so we need to know what is known as the three wisdoms. The three wisdoms. What are the three wisdoms? Wisdom drive through. Okay, is there anybody from NMC1? NMC1 be under penalty? Right, NMC1. Right. Okay. Okay, never mind. So they want to keep confidential. Okay. Say, wisdom derived through learning, then wisdom derived through reflection, wisdom derived through meditation. So of the three wisdoms, the conviction, which Prerak is saying, the conviction, the complete understanding, conviction comes during the wisdom derived through reflection. Number two. Number one is a borrowed information. It's not real, the knowledge. It's just a borrowed knowledge. Borrowed knowledge is not your knowledge. It's a borrowed knowledge. Simply you mimic. For example, if you ask me, what is the famous equation of Albert Einstein? I will say E equals mc squared. And if you ask me, do you really know how E equals mc squared? I don't know. I don't know how to derive it. But I know that this is the equation. So, It's just a borrowed knowledge. This is the wisdom derived through learning. Second one is wisdom derived through reflection. That point, then it becomes your knowledge. It is not just wisdom, the borrowed knowledge. It is your knowledge now. For example, okay, so what is that like? What is it like? Then you truly understand it. For example, one boy who was just 6 years old, my friend invited me, my friend was host for my teaching in a place, and my friend, his son, he was just 6 years old. And I brought some, almonds. And I gave some to him, and this boy said that, I love almonds. So I said, then have more. Then he picked one, and he told me, Geshe, inside is white. Inside is white. Outside is brown, but inside is white. And I was just want to check his degree of confidence, whether it's a wisdom derived through learning or reflection, right? So then I said, how do you know this? Then he just broke it and he showed the half to me. Look, this is white inside. I said, wow. You did not even look at it. You just broke it and showed it to me, and it's proof. You said that is what is very true. It's white. How do you know? Who taught you this? He said, nobody taught me. Nobody taught me. I know it myself, which means it's my knowledge. You're getting it? It's not borrowed knowledge. It's my knowledge. This is known as wisdom derived through reflection. Confidence is full. Now, say, if I tell you the maths problem, right? 2 plus 2 plus 3, 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus and so forth. If I give you time, you can solve it plus minus. Very easy. Numbers less than 6. It's very easy. Okay, let's do it quickly. Let's do it. Okay, let's quickly do that. Right? And by the way, how many of you don't be scared when people say mathematics is very, people feel the paranoid. Right? So the number is less than 6, less than 5. And it's only plus minus, not multiplication. It's fine? Okay, good. Don't utter a word. Give me an answer only when I say what's answer, then you give an answer. Till that point, do everything mentally. Ready? 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 minus 1 plus 2 plus 1. What's the answer? 8. Russian? 8. Amazing. Wow, you got the correct answer. Pramila is 8. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, now let's do it again. Same thing. You tell me the answer only when I ask you what's the answer. Till that point, do everything mentally. Ready? 2 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 minus plus 2 plus 0 minus 1 plus 2. What's the answer? Okay. Okay, Pramila, why you cannot give the answer? Why? Because I said it so fast. How many agree with Pramila ji? Raise hands. I said it so fast. Okay. So therefore, look, if I give you time, you can do it very effectively. Which means you know that. You know the answer. But when I say it very fast, then you cannot give the calculation. Although you know it, but your knowledge is not fast. You're getting it? And this knowledge of the wisdom of emptiness, what's the purpose? Why do we have to build this knowledge of the wisdom of emptiness? Anyone, why? Raise hands. Why? Okay, Brent's love. And next over there.
I think we need to build the knowledge in order to gain conviction.
To gain conviction? Why should we gain conviction? And the wisdom of emptiness over there. The gentleman over there. Yes, the mic behind you.
Thank you. Tashidli Geshe, I'm called Christian. It's like there's the example given that the wisdom of emptiness is like a sharp axe to uproot the tree of obscuration. So we need this wisdom as a tool to always then use it to get slowly rid of the afflictions. So it's a process. So just because we realized emptiness.
So this wisdom is for what? For what purpose?
to use it to get rid of the afflictions.
To
as a tool.
get rid of afflictions. Okay, thank you. Your name?
Christian.
Christian, thank you so much. So how many of you agree with what Christian said? That we're cultivating wisdom and emptiness to get rid of the afflictions. Okay. Now, how many of you have the experience of afflictions? Raise hands. How many of you have the experience of afflictions? Raise hands. Okay. And how effective are the afflictions? How efficient are the afflictions? Extremely efficient, right? Somebody said, what a stupid person, right? What a stupid person. And then would you say that, right? Or, right? Somebody says, stupid person. Benla should have become angry, right? He's saying that I'm a stupid person, right? Then Benla would say, yes, of course, you're not stupid, right? You should be angry, right? Oh, then let's make it anger. Then you become anger increases. Is this how the anger increase? Is this how the anger arises? How does the anger arise when somebody says, you stupid girl, you stupid boy? How does anger arise? So spontaneous, so fast. You're getting it? And what is your wisdom like? Your wisdom, the moment I said it's fast, your mind stops. You're getting it? So Pramalaji said, you said it's fast. Which means that your wisdom is not fast. So it is like the robbery is happening, and you call the 911, or in India, what's the number? 001? 108? Okay, you press the number, and the burglary happens, right? And the robbers, they're so effective. They do everything, and after the robber left, and then after 4 hours, the police comes. Not all police. If there's any police, I don't mean the police. You're getting it? This is how our mind works. Afflictions, and as Christian said, that the purpose of our cultivating wisdom is to get rid of the afflictions. And the afflictions are so effective. They already arose, left, and the wisdom is slowly coming. Right? You ring the bell, ding, ding. Right? Still you're in the bed. Right? Still in the bed. And then say again, then so some people then snooze. Right? Snooze. 5 minutes snooze, 5 minutes sleep. And you know that now it's time already there, people are always inside. Never mind, they're making prostrations, it's fine. Wisdom is still sleeping. You're getting it? This is wisdom. Wisdom is so slow. You have the wisdom, but the wisdom is so slow. And the wisdom is supposed to get rid of the afflictions. Afflictions are so effective. So what should we do? We should first we have to have the wisdom. Then we have to make the wisdom effective as the afflictions. You're getting it? How to make the wisdom effective, make it fast and intense. How to make it fast and intense? So, wisdom drives through reflection. Number 2, that has to be constantly practiced. That is constant practice that is known as wisdom drives through meditation. When the wisdom becomes very spontaneous, to make it spontaneous, you have to do the therapy. You know, constantly practice it, then it becomes spontaneous. Okay, so this person, although the person has the wisdom, the knowledge, but this person, the knowledge is not fast. It's not fast as the lust or the afflictions. Afflictions are so effective, and the knowledge is not fast, not effective. How to make it effective? Why not effective? Because of the less habituation in the wisdom. So how to make it effective? Habituate more. You getting it? Okay. So with this it says, 31. Well, that happens, okay, 30. Suppose you ask, even upon knowing the illusion-like nature of things, how do afflictions subside? Since lust for illusory men and women can arise even in the one who conjured, even in the magician who conjured her. Response, well, that happens because till now the conjurer, the magician, has not rid himself of the disposition of afflictions towards noble things, meaning that the afflictions are not gotten rid of. How they will be gotten rid of? By a counter force which is as effective as the afflictions. And so when he or she sees her or him, his inclination towards emptiness is still weak. Weak meaning is not effective. So you have to make it effective. 32. However, by habituating with the imprint of understanding emptiness, you habituate in this practice, make it faster and faster and more intense. He or she will get rid of the inclination to see things as truly existent. Then by habituating with the emptiness of all phenomena, including emptiness for emptiness. Not only emptiness, but the emptiness of emptiness. At times, we may be glued to the emptiness of the object to see the wow is amazing, and then you're glued to the emptiness. So you have to see the emptiness of the emptiness to make sure that we are not glued to even to the emptiness concept. Later, he or she will rid of even the idea of the true existence of emptiness. 33. So 33 is, to make it very quick, the background information. It's like, for example, the flower. So first, how to see the emptiness of emptiness? First, we see the emptiness of the flower. That flower is nothing but a bunch of atoms. Okay, we explain this in a very simple form. But the real emptiness, we have to go deep. It's not that simple. Just a bunch of atoms. In ultimate analysis, the flower is absent. There's no flower in there. So you discover the emptiness of the flower. Now, so when you analyze the emptiness of flower, the object of analysis is the flower. Now you take the emptiness of flower as the object of analysis. Emptiness of flower is the object of analysis. You analyze even the emptiness of the flower also dissolve. So if this is what you know, then it will be easier for us here. 33. Through not finding the object of investigation, say the object here, the pot, the flower, whatever, the flower, when you examine the flower through ultimate analysis, in the eyes of ultimate analysis, flower is not found. Not finding. The flower is empty. Non-existence of that thing is claimed, meaning non-true existence of the flower is claimed, meaning emptiness of flower is claimed. You understood it? You got it? Then, say now the emptiness of the flower as the object. Emptiness of flower is the object. So emptiness of flower, does it exist truly? What exists truly or not? Emptiness of the flower, not the flower. Flower emptiness already established. Now emptiness of flower, does it exist truly? So it says that then lacking a basis, emptiness of flower, the basis is the flower. Flower is the basis and then the emptiness. So flower has no basis. Flower, we say flower is empty of true existence. How can the emptiness be supported by a flower which is lack of true existence? You're getting it? So how can the emptiness exist as truly, which is based on a non-truly existent flower, which is like illusion? So it says, then lacking a basis meaning a truly flower as a basis, how can the emptiness of that thing, emptiness of the flower, stand as intrinsic, stand as intrinsic in front of the mind, in front of the ultimate analysis? You get, in other words, even the emptiness of the flower is also empty of true existence. It is talking about emptiness of the emptiness. Yes, Mark? Mike?
Geshe, doesn't emptiness exist the way it appears?
Say it again.
Doesn't emptiness exist the way it appears?
Okay, doesn't emptiness exist the way it appears? Anyone? Okay. Yes, it exists the way it appears. It doesn't exist the way it appears. So
how does it exist?
it exists subjectively.
I'll take that home.
So what Mark is asking, this question, is something where he's going into little deep. Where somebody gives an answer, you even cannot go further. You get a little stuck, right? This is a very good question. Actually, this is a very good question. Good question, which means that he's actually going going there, going deeper inside. Okay. Yes, answer a question. Answer. Good.
No question to this. Because,
Question to him.
No, to what you said. Because if he asked, how does emptiness
Exists the
as
way it appears.
But emptiness is the ultimate truth. Emptiness of a flower is an ultimate truth.
Yes.
So then it should, appear as it, it appears to us. It should exist as it appears to us, because it is the ultimate truth, right?
So emptiness exists truly?
No.
Because emptiness exists the way it appears.
Yes, it is the ultimate truth. So ultimate truth.
So does it exist truly? Does it exist truly?
No, it doesn't exist truly.
It should exist truly because it exists the way it appears. So Rodhani got stuck, which means that she's going inside, and then it becomes hazier and hazier, right? Not because the object is hazy, the mind is hazy, you could find it. You're getting it? Okay, in fact, there are very interesting discussions. I don't want to discuss this here because it can bring the particular newcomers will really feel lost and there's no point. You're getting it? And the 7 day is nothing. It requires minimum 27 years to really get into there. To get into there, we require the mind which has the ability to get into there. You're getting it's not just a software, it requires the very sophisticated hardware. You're getting it? So what we're doing here, this is building the hardware. Building hardware, and we need time to set. It's not just the time factor is also there. Don't expect that all these great masters who spend like 30, 40 years, that they're learning the weight of what they share. For example, his own teachings, just like 10 minutes of the teachings, people who really realize emptiness or who have deep understanding of emptiness, they could feel the weight, the gravity of his own teachings. For the common people, I've been hearing this all the time. But for those people who really realize emptiness and who are deeply into this, they get really stuck there. This is all coming from his own experience. They could feel it. You're getting it? So therefore, it's not only about we can't expect that this much of information or the depth will come to us if somebody can tell you, no, you require that receptivity. That receptivity means the hardware should be very sophisticated. So this hardware, don't feel that, okay, I don't have this. He meant to say that we don't have that hardware, right? This hardware has to be built. How? By this question, answer, group discussion. That will be very helpful. Okay, good. Okay. 34. When neither a truly existent functional thing nor the emptiness of the functional thing stands before the mind. Before the mind here is ultimate analysis. Before the ultimate analysis, then having no other object of apprehension, there is full pacification in a state without mental apprehension. Okay. So this is I'm just going to make some statements. It's not my statements by the great masters. You note them down and you may not understand it today. But these statements, you note them down, and later on, you have to keep contemplating on these statements, and this will be extremely profound. Okay, one statement is that not seeing anything is seeing the Supreme. Not seeing anything is seeing the Supreme. Not seeing anything is seeing the Supreme. Okay, don't forget this. Okay. Buddha. Not seeing anything is seeing the Supreme. Okay, so now, this statement on the superficial level, do you understand it? Although it may not make sense to you now, don't worry. Just do you understand what it said? For example, I said 2 + 3 = 100. Is correct or not correct? It's not correct, but did you hear what I say? What did I say? I said 2 plus 7 equals 100 and you are saying not seeing anything. Huh? Okay, not seeing anything is seeing the Supreme. Don't forget it. So with this in mind, this without forgetting this, keeping that in mind, let's read it and see if these two are quite similar. You're getting it? It says 34. When neither truly existent functional thing, say for example flower, the person, so forth, they don't exist truly. Number one. Now what exists? Emptiness of these. Even the emptiness of these things also don't truly exist. No, the emptiness of the functional thing stands before the ultimate analysis. Then having no other objects of apprehension. Now you're not seeing anything. No object of apprehension. You're not seeing anything. There is full pacification. You like the full pacification or not? Pacification of your mind or not? There's a full pacification, which is supreme. It's a state without mental apprehension, meaning that it's a state where you don't see anything. You're getting it? But it doesn't mean that you are not seeing anything. You are seeing the Supreme. Not seeing anything is seeing the Supreme. You're getting it? For the time, you don't worry too much. If somebody really wants to get, if you're totally impatient, then you can ask me before I leave from here. You're getting it? This is very important statement. Very important statement. So we have already briefly touched on this. What I said is that the flower exists or not exists is decided by conventional analysis, ultimate analysis. It's decided only by the conventional analysis, not ultimate analysis. If the ultimate analysis says that there's no flower, it doesn't mean there's no flower. It means there's no objective flower. When the ultimate analysis says that there's no emptiness, it doesn't mean there's no emptiness. It means there's no objective emptiness. Emptiness exists. You're getting it? Flower exists. Everything exists. Something exists or not exists is not decided by ultimate analysis. Something exists or not is decided by the conventional analysis. So therefore, simply because ultimate analysis does not see anything, doesn't mean that nothing exists. So the fact that ultimate analysis is not seeing anything is that from the object there's nothing there to be seen. This is what he is seeing. From the object nothing is there to be seen. So you are seeing that. You are seeing what? You are seeing that nothing exists objectively. This is what you are seeing. That is the Supreme. You getting it? Okay. So in this context, now, so this same verse you find explained by, not explained, reiterated by Aranigarjuna on page number 4. Page number 4, which we read every morning. Page number 4, which we read every morning. The Blaze of Non-Dual Bodhicittas. This red book. Okay, page 4. It reads, this is very important. This is the Aranigarjuna's text, Mula Madhyamaka Karika, Fundamental Wisdom, the Middle Way, and where Aranigarjuna said, independent origination, there is no ceasing nor arising. How the emotions arise within us, our emotions, anger, attachment, craving, fear, and so forth, all these emotions arise on the basis of these 5 events, these 8 events, 4 pairs. 4 pairs, 4 into 2 is 8. So what are they? Ceasing and arising. Ceasing and arising. For example, let's say that, okay, for the small children, now my birthday, today's my birthday, the birthday is arising, so excited. Well, now evening, birthday is now ceasing, very sad, right? And let's say that, okay, now the holiday is arising, you're very happy. Now the holiday is finishing, very sad. So arising, ceasing. For example, my nasty neighbor, right? He's now leaving, he's ceasing, very happy, right? And your friends coming, arising, you're very happy. Good things arising, happy. Good things ceasing, very unhappy. Bad things arising, you're very sad, very unhappy. Bad things ceasing, you're very happy. This is how our emotions are stirred by the phenomena of arising and ceasing. Not just arising and ceasing. Seeing arising and ceasing is objectively real. That stirs the emotions. Likewise, annihilation and permanence. Say, See, say if you have a job, and in the job you are a permanent. You got a permanent job or temporary? Which is better? Permanent job. You're getting it? So I want the job to be permanent, not temporary. Permanent. Let's say this excitement. When it's not permanent, and then you, what is that English word? Laid off? Lay off? Laid off? Fired? Laid off? Right? Fired is a very strong word. So laid off, my job is annihilated. Then matter is so agitated, so sad. So again, our emotions are stirred on the basis of the phenomena of viewing annihilation and permanence as intrinsically real. So likewise, coming and going. Oh, my mom is coming to meet me. My dad is coming to meet me. You're so happy, right? Oh, now the boss is coming. You're very nervous, unhappy, right? And then now the boss is leaving. You're very happy, right? Your mom is leaving. You're very sad. So for some, mom is leaving. You're very happy. For some, right? Yes? No. Okay, for the receiving, mom coming is happy. Okay, so coming, going. Then what is next? Separateness and what? Sameness. Says same. Some say this. Some countries says that, right? The CCP, China says that Tibet, we are one. We are not separate. We are one, right? And then the Tibet says, no, you are different. We're different, right? So we see intrinsically different. And when they say we are one, you feel so agitated. And CCP, when they right, it becomes a little politics, fine. Political. Say when America is saying, your claim over Tibet is wrong, right? No, we are one. Now you are, what is that? No. You are, you are intruding in our internal matter, right? It's just we are one. We are nice to each other. We are one, right? Now you are splitting us. Okay, all these seeing oneness and differentness as intrinsically real, that stirs the emotion on the global level, on the individual level, right? Even in the family, right? Oh, I want divorce, meaning? What is divorce? We should be separate, right? No, we should be one, right? And initially we should be one, then after that, then separate, right? So some people crave for oneness, some people crave for separateness, right? Okay, some people, when they come to the office after the home, at the office, then start feeling sleep. Why? I feel so restful here, right? Okay, this is not my business. So, look, this is amazing. How people recite this every day. But if you don't know how to apply this in the real life, then it benefits so less. Whereas if you know, wow, this is amazing, in just this one small passage, all this, how the emotion stirs happen because of seeing these 8 phenomena intrinsically. Okay, so what happens? Then what is that? Prostrate to the consummate Buddha, the supreme among all teachers, the one who taught this peace, which is afraid of elaborations. Elaborations meaning all this diversity, like oneness, differentness, coming, going, then what? Annihilation, then permanence, and then the arising, ceasing, those diversity is just a play of your mind. They're all dissolved, and then you really truly feel the peace. So this is the ultimate peace. And who has ever taught this peace? That is the greatest of the teacher. And who's taught this? This Bodhicharyavtara on the planet Earth. He taught this. So, what we read thus far says not seeing anything. In the ultimate analysis, that not seeing anything is nothing to be seen from the object. From the object, nothing exists. That is seeing the supreme. You see the reality. You see the supreme reality. So, in that experience, objectively, there's no sickness, aging, death, tension, depression. Objectively, all these are empty in that experience. So when you abide in the experience of emptiness, all the tension, stress, everything dissolve. So then, because the tensions all dissolve, what is the opposite experience will dawn in you? The peace dawns in you. Yes. Anna, Mike?
So in terms of practicing that, and in terms of what you've just taught us about how we have to overcome the chronic condition of seeing objectivity, so in terms of going from the wisdom derived through study to the wisdom derived through reflection to the wisdom derived through meditation, so when you arrive at the wisdom derived through reflection, is you could still have that correct experience of the ultimate analysis, and then that has to be stabilized and deepened through the wisdom derived through meditation. So it's only spontaneous and it only fully manifests when you have continued to practice that over and over again. So initially it won't seem like a huge experience or something. It has to just be kept wearing down, wearing down, wearing down, wearing down over time.
Okay. This is a good question. Thank you. In fact, say, when you really go, say, creating a blueprint and actually constructing the house is just slightly different. Likewise, when you actually meditate, you do this study, reflection, meditation, once in a while, because of the blessings of the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and particularly your Guru, once in a while, although you are yet to reach the second level, which is wisdom derived through reflection, which means conviction, just to, once in a while, glimpses can come. Glimpses that things are empty. Experientially, this will come, but they will not be stable. So it is like the lighthouse. Lighthouse to show you the light. So this lighthouse to tell you that you are close, you are approaching towards the land, but you are still not on the land. So some people they get confused. What comes because of the blessings of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and you think that, oh, I got emptiness. And then because of this, people get stuck there because they don't put much effort in there. Intellectually, they know. And experientially, they get a glimpse of this once in a while. And then when actually they want to do it, again, it doesn't happen. Because the lighthouse is not always on you. Lighthouse just to tell you that you are in the proper direction and keep going. Then, once you get it, although emotions are still not under control, because it's just on the level of the reflection, which means that you got it. You got it. It's not effective. It's not fast. It's not intense. You got it. It's not just conceptual or the simulation. No, it is the real wisdom. But it's not fast. It's not intense. Because of this, it cannot counteract the emotions. So emotional imbalance is still there, but you as a person, you are very confident that this is the path, no matter what, right? So for such person, the one indication is that, for example, one indication that you are really getting closer towards emptiness, or getting closer towards bodhicitta, or getting closer towards deeper understanding of dependent origination, is that, say, you are in two directions. One direction is in this line, and direction you have to give this up in order for your mundane benefits. Like, okay, you have to say something. No, say the emptiness is nothing, right? It's just intellectual game. If you say this, you get a position, and you would choose that. You would choose that, which means that your understanding is you are yet to get the conviction. You are yet to get it. Those who get the conviction, they will not compromise. Finally, even the position that I'm seeking is for my happiness. And the real happiness which can give me is this wisdom. There's no way by which I can compromise with this wisdom. You're getting it? These are the indications there. Some people, although they're very learned, they compromise. Just for mundane benefits, they can say, something not nice about Dharma and so forth. They go into this just to get your fame and so forth. This is a clear indication, however learned the person is yet to translate that into wisdom drawn through reflection. Mike? Here.
So, what is the measure of having the correct intellectual or conceptual knowledge of emptiness?
Okay, let's be more precise. Say the understanding of emptiness on the level of the learning, wisdom drawn through learning, or wisdom drawn through reflection. So with the learning, your knowledge is a borrowed knowledge. It's not your knowledge. It becomes your knowledge when you upgrade from the intellectual to learning to the reflection. Then it becomes your knowledge. It is your knowledge, and it's not, we just call it as conceptual. It's still not real. It is real. It is real. How do you know that? No matter what happens, somebody, if you give this up, then I'll make you Nobel laureate. If you give this, I'll give you $10 million. No. You will give a damn to $10 million. It's nothing. This is so precious. When that happens, it's an indication that you have either reached the air, wisdom drives to reflection, or you are close by the air. Okay, good. Okay, so it's already 1 o'clock. Okay, let me read this once more. 34. When neither the truly existent functional thing, which means the flower, for example, it doesn't exist truly, nor the emptiness of the functional thing, the emptiness of the flower, stands before the mind, meaning that it doesn't exist in the eyes of the ultimate analysis. Mind here is the ultimate analysis. Then what is left? Object is not emptiness. Object is discovered to be empty. Emptiness is also discovered to be empty. Emptiness is emptiness. Then having no other objects of apprehension. In the eyes of ultimate analysis, there's no object of apprehension left. There's full pacification. Objectively, your mind is fully pacified. What attracts miseries is by seeing objective reality. Now, objective reality is already pacified in the eyes of ultimate analysis, and then there's a full pacification, which means all the elaboration cease, where you feel the ultimate peace without mental apprehension. Okay. Okay. Now easier. Okay. The few verses are easier. Few verses easier. Then again, we come to a point which is a very important point. Okay, we'll stop here. Tiyatavam gati gati paragati Parasamgate bodhisvaha